Hi, it's Lynn from Bypass to a Leaner Lynn. I'm coming at you with my 4th week post-op update. And I just for a matter of fact, on Friday of this week, October or November 17th, it will be exactly 1 month since I had the surgery. I had a Roux-en-Y gastric bypass on October 17, 2017, with Dr. David Carroll at Merit Health River Oaks in Flowood, Mississippi. Um, my stats, which is what everybody's interested in from what I hear. My stats were my highest weight was 331. My starting weight at the clinic was 325. My surgery weight was 279. My weight last week was 269.0. And my weight this week is 266.8 for a loss of 2.2 pounds. 12.2 pounds from surgery and 64.2 pounds from my highest weight. So I feel like I'm doing well. I would have liked to have lost more as usual. Shoot, I would have wanted to lose more when I lost 7 pounds, but you just got to be satisfied. I was excited that week. And I was pretty excited when I lost 2.2 pounds. Um, so those are my stats, and that's how I'm doing weight wise. I do have some non surgery victories or non scale victories. I don't know why I can't remember what S stands for in NSVs. Uh, but at any rate, I bought 3 long sleeve shirts a few, probably the Monday after so about 6 days after my surgery. I was going stir crazy. I wasn't on pain meds anymore. And so I decided to drive to Walmart. So much excitement. But at any rate, I bought them then because I knew there was going to be a couple of cool days coming up, and I'm cold natured, but anyway, and they say you get more cold natured after bypass. I'm not certain. I don't know that I've been any more cold natured since then or not, but I'm cold natured, so guess it doesn't really make a whole lot of difference. But at any rate, they were 3X's, which was a size down from what I have been wearing. I know, huge. But at any rate, they were still kind of tight in the booty. I am your proverbial pear. I am narrow in my shoulders, and I tend to carry most of my weight in my hips and my butt and my legs. Um, so they were tight down there, and I really wasn't sure that I should wear the shirts or not. And so I did wear one of them because I was cold, but the next day didn't get as cold as it said it was going to get anyway. So I put them up in my closet when I got home from my sister's, and I put them on about 2 weeks. I started wearing them about 2 weeks after that because we had a little cold snap here in Mississippi. A little cold snap. We don't snap for very long. Um, but at any rate, I put them on. They fit perfectly on the bottom. They were too big on the top. Go figure. I can't win. But that was fun that they were big on the top. I know I'm going to be wearing some baggy clothes here, probably off and on for a while because you just can't keep going out and buying clothes every 10 days. Um, I did have my first dumping episode on Sunday, and I'm not even really sure why I had it. Um, I I had a smoothie that morning for breakfast, and I had and The only thing that was really different, I always put a Danon's Light and Fit yogurt in my smoothies. For the 12 and a half grams of protein that goes along with the protein powder that I use, and it's usually Danon's Light and Fit fat-free Greek yogurt, and it has 7 grams of sugar in it, and I don't worry about that because that was, the dietitian said to stay under 12 grams, and usually I don't even do 7 grams of sugar. I usually do less than that. I just watch my sugar carefully because I don't want to dump. I didn't want to dump this time. And I found out why nobody likes dumping, because it's not pleasant. But I also put a half a banana in it, and I always put a half a banana in my smoothie, so that wasn't new. And the only thing that was different is I put a half a cup of frozen strawberries in with it, because I was using my Syntrax Nectar protein powder, and it was kiwi strawberry. So I put a half a cup of frozen fruit in it, thinking that would be fine. And I thought I had done it before since the surgery, but apparently not. And I got to church, and about 10 minutes into the service, my heart started to race, and I felt extremely disoriented. I was nauseated, just didn't feel right at all. And I mean, I can't figure out why that would cause me to dump. I mean, I wouldn't think that, it's a natural sugar. So, I don't know, but I did it. I guess I'm just sensitive to sugar. I mean, I did pray for extreme dumping because I, don't want to eat bad things, and I know if I dump, I won't do it again. But golly gee, I wasn't talking about a little bit of natural, healthy, got lots of nutrients, fruit in it. But at any rate, I got home. I have not taken one Zofran one Zofran since surgery. I have not had any problems with nausea. I don't usually have problems with nausea, but I did then, and I took a Zofran. I was so nauseated, and so I took that, and I went to bed for about an hour, hour and a half, and when I got up, I felt fine. But I mean, I just can't figure out why I dumped. I just didn't think that that kind of stuff would cause it. I don't know. Anybody else have such an extreme reaction to something so mild? But at any rate, I did do one thing. I got all my frozen fruit out of my freezer and I threw it away. Because I figure by the time my body will tolerate a little bit of sugar like that, fruit's not going to be any good anyway, so might as well throw it out. But I don't know what that was about. Um, Another problem I'm having, and if anybody's got any suggestions, because I know other people have the same problem, but I'm staying constipated. And I know it's TMI, but sometimes I feel like all I can do is, I feel like I poop rocks. I'm sorry, that's a hard way to say it, but that's what it feels like. And I'm taking the maximum dose of stool softener every day. I take a laxative every third day, and I took a laxative on Sunday. Nothing happened. I took a laxative, you would have thought on the dumping day I would have at least done something. Um, I took a laxative again on Monday and still didn't do anything. Now, I finally did Tuesday, but golly, I was really, really uncomfortable by that point. I'm taking a probiotic. I am taking papaya enzymes, which is supposed to help with digestion. I am getting my liquids in. I get anywhere from 8 to 10 cups of water in a day. So I don't understand why I am so badly constipated. But I am. If anybody can think, the laxative I've been using and it has always worked before is Dulcolax. So if anybody's got an idea of something that might work better, besides X-Lax, I don't do X-Lax. It has a horrible effect on me. Don't suggest X-Lax, please. Uh, um, I had my first support group meeting this past Monday. It was very enjoyable. We didn't do a lot of talking. They had a Thanksgiving feast for us, basically, and it was prepared by the hospital. And it was really good. The turkey was just as tender as could be. So even though I wasn't supposed to start soft foods till the next morning, I went ahead and did it Monday evening. I figured probably wouldn't cause too many repercussions, and it didn't. They had some cauliflower mashed potatoes and green beans. The green beans were really good, but they were real buttery too. Don't know why that didn't cause a reaction. Uh, and then they had sugar-free cheesecake, and there was no way. I ate just a little bit of turkey, a little bit of green beans, and a little bit of cauliflower mashed taters, and I was stuffed. So I don't know how anybody ate the cheesecake, but they raved about it, said it was really, really good, particularly considering it was sugar free. And I love cheesecake, so I would have liked to have indulged, but there wasn't any room in the inn, I guess. I did decide to go ahead and make sure I got my 10,000 steps in 5 days a week rather than every day. And I don't think it's too bad a deal because even on the days where I don't get where I don't do the 10,000 steps, a lot of times I get like 5 or 6,000 steps in anyway. So, that's a pretty good amount of steps, just for an average day. I walk a lot picking up children for speech, for my therapy times. So, and the school is big, so I do a lot of walking to get kids. Um, that's about all for the update. The only other thing that I wanted to address is finding Elizabeth. Apparently, this past week, I'm several days, probably a week out. She's probably already got another subject up. But I thought she was talking about what are your fears? And they don't have to be about weight loss, but mine basically are. And I have two really basic fears. The first, and I've probably talked about both of them. Um, Basically, I'm afraid of being a weight loss surgery fail. I know that if I follow the program and I do what I'm supposed to do and I eat healthy and all of that, that I'm going to do well I'm going to do well. But I still, I have failed so many times at losing weight. I'm like, there's a part of my brain that says, and why wouldn't you fail this time? But I keep pushing those feelings aside you know, and concentrating on what I need to do to be a successful weight loss patient. But it's not easy some days. And we all know it's not easy, even though some people say it is. The other fear that I have is the scale. To this day, when I get on the scale, it's with great trepidation. I weighed yesterday and I went to sleep thinking about I've got to weigh in the morning. Ugh. And I woke up going, oh, I've got to weigh, because I've got to do it once in a while, or I won't know how I'm doing other than how my clothes fit. Um, so, I still, I almost cost myself this surgery because because the insurance, my insurance wanted two weights, one from 2015 and one from 2016. Now, I had one from 2016 because I had to weigh in at the ENT's office when I was having so much troubles with my voice. And I didn't know the doctor or the nurse or anything, so I couldn't take advantage of that. But the nurse at family, my primary care physician's office just about didn't find the one in 2015 because every time I came in, I had an excuse for not getting on the scale. I would not get. In fact, I came one day and his usual nurse wasn't there. She was out that day, and he had a lady that I didn't know, and I still refused to get on the scale. And I mean, I just sat there and looked at her and said, Dr. Jones doesn't make me get on the scale. And she kind of looked at me like, you know, what are you talking about? And so Emily found one like in January of 2015, and that was the only time I weighed in that year at his office. I mean, it's crazy to be that paranoid about a scale. Like if I did gain some weight, that the world would end. And a lot of my excuses was, well, I weighed this morning, and if I get on and I've gained, it's well, of course I gained. I weigh naked in the morning. And not only that, you always gain a couple pounds during the day. Of course I would have weighed more. I knew that up here, but my mind, my emotions didn't know that. At any rate, those are my real fears right now. And I am considering getting some counseling. Um, it's right now it's hard because I do work, and so I don't get off of work until like 3:30 in the afternoon. And the closest place to where I am that I might be able to find a counselor that would do that would be either Hattiesburg, which is a 60-mile drive south, or Jackson, Brandon, Flowood area, which is close to an hour's drive north. So, unless I can find somebody that keeps hours after 5, I can't do it right now. I'll have to wait till the summer, and maybe that'll be a good thing because, right now I'm on that cushion of, I can't eat much anyway, so I don't know. I really do feel like I could use some counseling to deal with the things that are going to come up as I go further, to deal with my fat brain because they fixed my stomach, but they didn't, there's nothing they can do to fix my brain and all the bad habits and the psychological things and the things I associate with eating and all of that, there just isn't you know. But at any rate, this has been long enough, and I've rambled long enough. I'm sorry, I'm a rambler. Uh, I wish you blessings for this week. I love all of you. Remember, subscribe below me and hit the bell so you'll get notifications and hit like because that'll put me on the list somewhere. I don't know where, but it'll put me on lists. At any rate, I love all of you. I will be posting this in the morning, um, which will be Thursday. Y'all have a really, really blessed week, and I love all of you. Bye.